Hey folks, Mike with Chasing Trail here on Saturday, October 21st, I believe. Doing a short ride out to my parents' house to help them out with their Starlink. We're going to try to recalibrate the thing a little bit. Their speeds have been all over the place. When demand is low, like in the late evening or early morning, they'll see speeds of high 100s, low 200s. During peak usage time, like on Saturday morning or in the evenings between 5 and 9, the speeds will drop down to 7. So it's really inconsistent in terms of what kind of speeds they're getting. We're going to see if recalibrating the dish will help. I had plans to head down to Chico today. I'm getting a new helmet. It's a helmet made by Sena, the people who make the comm systems. They have a really nice modular helmet. I was actually looking at the Shoei Neotech 2 at Ozzy's BMW where I bought this bike, and he told me about the Sena, which has a lot of the same features, but all the communication stuff is pre-built into the helmet with really nice Harman Kardon speakers, a microphone, all that. And I think I can actually use it to record directly to the Sena app and not have to record my audio through the GoPro, which opens up some other options and I think would just improve audio quality and make things easier. He's also offered me a really good deal on the helmet because he's wanting someone to try it out and kind of give him a review on what they think. So for the price he's offering it, I couldn't say no. So I will be doing a review on that once I get my hands on it. Fortunately, I had some things come up today, so I wasn't able to get down there. One of which was migraine with aura, something I get on occasion where I get this fucking kaleidoscope light show in my vision. It's like it starts off as a small circle and then it expands and turns to this big arc, and it's like a moving zebra pattern. This really bright white light with black, and it shifts and moves. It's very bizarre looking. Happens about twice a year. I'll have this happen, and sometimes it's followed by a horrific headache, but usually not. And fortunately today I did not get the headache, just the weird shit in my vision. It's just called migraine with aura. Happens to some people. They don't know why. Fortunately, it doesn't happen very often. Anyway, didn't make it to Chico today. They're closed tomorrow, so I won't be going tomorrow. I'm hoping to do a ride with my dad tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. It's finally started to cool off. It's only 73 degrees today. So the riding season is upon us once again. Yeah, hoping to get some good rides in. A viewer of the channel, Rob S., had asked me to do an initial review of this bike. So I'll do it now. It's going to be very brief. I love it, and I have very little I basically don't have anything to criticize. I talk about thinking it's an ugly bike, but that's mostly, in fact, the looks are growing on me, but that's mostly just so I have something to criticize, because I really can't fault it in any other regard. The bike is just an absolute joy to ride. It's extremely comfortable. Everything just seems to work. It accelerates like stink. It's super smooth. The brakes are phenomenal. You know, I can't think of anything to really fault. I wish I'd have a more interesting review. I mean, there's tons of reviews on the GS out there. I've watched a bunch of them. I don't think I'd have anything to say that's going to be particularly interesting. But yeah, it's a phenomenal machine. I would say my impressions based on all the reviews and stuff I've read are that those things are correct. The glowing praise is well deserved. And I guess the one thing that stood out for me is just how well balanced and everything the bike feels. Because when you're standing next to the bike and you look at it, it does look ginormous. It's a big physically large machine. But I'm able to flat foot it, which I didn't think I'd be able to, particularly on the adventure model, and I am. The seat is in the lowest position, but I am able to flat foot at 6'1" with a 32-inch inseam. And the bike, even when you're not moving, people always talk about, well, the bikes shed their weight as soon as you start moving, and that's true for this one. But even just standing there at a stoplight or something, it does not feel heavy. As long as you keep it somewhere near the balance point, it does not feel like a 600-pound machine. And when you get in the twisties or start getting on it, it handles like a fucking sport bike. It's really remarkable just how well it does ride and handle. Because you look at it and it doesn't look like that kind of bike that would feel that way, but as soon as you ride it, it absolutely does. So, pretty boring review. It's just, I think it's the best motorcycle ever built. Yeah, they're expensive. That's a criticism, I guess, but all motorcycles seem to be expensive anymore. Even the cheap ones aren't really cheap. Hell, I looked at the V-Strom 1050 XT, and even those were like $17,000 for a Suzuki. Out the door, you're going to be at like 19. It's crazy. Yeah, this one's more, but I think it's worth it. I don't think there's anything wrong with the Suzuki either. I like Suzukis. So yeah, here I am at a stoplight. I am flat-footed, both feet. And yeah, the bike doesn't feel heavy at all. I'm sure it would if I started getting it over too far, but anyway, that's my quick little, not very interesting review. Awesome bike. I love it. I'm gonna get me a big filthy burrito. I hope they're open. Alright, I'm gonna get a burrito, then head out to my parents' house. I'll probably be back in a bit. Hey folks, I'm back. I just had a big fucking burrito from Burrito Bandito. It's gonna cause me to blow an O-ring later, but it'll be worth it. I did install a mod on the bike. I don't plan to do much, but I put on this quad lock. I haven't really set it up or figured out how to get the screen to stay on or anything, but probably won't be able to see any kind of good angle of it. It's mounted down on the right hand side. I'm using it with a new Pixel 7 Pro. Just pop it on, give it a twist. It's got an anti-vibration mount, so hopefully it doesn't fuck up my camera, and a wireless charging head. So there is a cable running from it into the USB port on the right hand side down below there, and the phone is actually, you won't be able to see it, I can actually see the text very faintly, but it is wirelessly charging at the moment. So that's pretty cool. Hope when I get the new helmet I can use it to play some tunes. It's so nice the fall is finally here. I was getting real tired of the fucking heat. Just hot all the time. I've fallen way off the wagon with my MMO addiction. I'm right back in the throes of it. Playing World of Warcraft again. Game I've been playing for 18 years. Can't stop, won't stop. It's pretty windy today. Getting blown around a little bit. So it goes. Guess I've gotten used to it. It doesn't bother me as much as it used to. Alright, well, I'm almost to my folks' house. Don't have much more to say at the moment. Hopefully, oh, it's taking a fat shit. Hopefully I can sort out their Starlink. And yeah, I'll see if I have anything to add after that. Is that one shitting too? Oh, another, oh, it's a fat piss. Are the horses expressing their thoughts on my choice of motorcycle? Pretty rude there. You can see it's pretty windy. That's where my best friend grew up. His parents still live there. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit.